Okay, here's something interesting. Homelessness advocate granted state-funded counsel for jury trial. Okay. Now, anyone that's been following me knows that I'm no fan of James Oickle or whatever he wants to be called, like that video behind me. I don't understand the Irving Media always want to call him an advocate for the homeless. He is not an advocate for the homeless. He is not. There are so many people against this guy. I mean, and if you're an advocate, you sit down with the government or you sit down with the police or whatever and you discuss your issues. This guy has never sat down. This guy is too busy hollering at people, screaming at people, intimidating people. I mean, it was so funny when, okay, did he run the tent city? Yes. He started this tent city by the soup kitchen. And at the end, it wasn't good. I mean, people were afraid to go there, and there was some stories and whatever. But he is not an advocate. When he went to jail, and now he's in jail, people are happy. People are relaxed. When he gets out of jail, he will return to jail on a breach of good behavior. So anyway, but he won a case, which I don't know how, why. And then here, we don't know what's going on. Somebody sent me this. And as you could tell, if you see the face here, you know, I mean, I guess when the sheriff trouble him, he screams and holler in the sheriff's van. I mean, the guy loves to raise his voice, and he intimidates people, including me. And we saw, go to YouTube at James Oickle and Charles LeBlanc. You'll see the time he came behind me and threatened to kill me, and I just lost it. And if he would have took a swing at me, it would have been too fini. Not for me. That's a guarantee. Anyway, so I'm rattling on here, losing my touch. Don McPherson wrote a story that he appeared in court. We don't know when the homeless appears. We have to read the Irving paper. The government says when is the person going to appear in court, but they never state what happened, and if he's going to what was the verdict. We don't know, but this thing here, he wanted a lawyer. A homelessness advocate, which he's not, will have legal representation at his upcoming trial, jury trial, on indictable charges of assault with a weapon and uttering threats. Which he said many threats, but people didn't want to step forward because they don't want to get involved. Court here previously that Jim Oickle, of no fixed address, had been denied legal aid not because he doesn't meet the criteria, it's because he's elected to be trial in the Court of Queen's Bench by a judge and jury. Something legal aid New Brunswick doesn't cover. Blah, 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 blah. The judge, in the matter before me, Mr. Oickle has met that requirement of exhausting legal aid. He must show also that he needs a lawyer to assist in maintaining and having a fair trial. That does not have the financial, he does not have the financial resources to be able to pay a lawyer. So, the judge noted he had demonstrated he can't afford a lawyer on his own, and that he faces a potential present sentence if convicted, which he will be found guilty. It is clear to the court that Mr. Oickle is not able to conduct a proper defense on his own. The case is too complex. If he represents himself, the trial could be more complex, lengthier than necessary. So, adjourn the case till December 7th, motion day, to set a new date for the jury trial. Oickle will remain in custody pending the outcome of that trial. So there it is. So how many people went there and they tell him you have no right to a lawyer, and that's the way it is. He knows the system a little bit, but he got a lawyer. But then adjourned the case till December 7th, motion day. So what they do, December 7th, motion day. Okay, so when is the new trial? So they'll look at it. No, January, no. February, no. People are still hungover from the Christmas holiday. March. So we'll set the trial for March. Then what's going to happen? His lawyer, they're going to talk to him. They're going to look, the lawyer's going to say in March, Your Honor, I've just been hired and I haven't seen all disclosure. I need more time for disclosure. Okay, so March, so that would be April. In May, they're going to talk to him. And is he going to plead guilty or not guilty with his new lawyer? He's going to plead not guilty for the 1,000th time. And they say, okay, we're going to set up for a trial. Then they have a hearing for a jury, pick up a jury of 12 people. And then they start. Then he's found guilty. And then thank you, okay. Then they remand him till May, Juin, until July. And July, they will sentence him to, I would say, assault with a dangerous weapon. I say, they will say, Your Honor, we must send a message to the public that this will not be tolerated because of all the drug problem we're having on the street. You can't stab somebody with a needle. So therefore, he'll be sentenced to 3 years in jail, and then time served, and he'll be out. I don't know, maybe in the fall of next year, or maybe in the spring of the year after. But I wish the Irving Media would stop calling him an advocate for the homeless, because he has never been an advocate for the homeless. Never. He's, like I said, he from the management at the shelter to people at the shelter to everybody. He screams and hollers, and he's not an advocate. So why is the Irving Media labeling him as an advocate? Do they want to make the other advocate for the homeless look bad?